Steve Balestrieri March 28, 2019 at 7:42 a.m. Eastern Time. As we count down the days until the 2019 NFL Draft is upon us, we're going to look at some of the positions that the Patriots need to address to restock, reload and prepare to defend their Super Bowl title. As everyone knows, winning back-to-back titles is never easy. So, with that in mind, let's take a look at several positions that the team needs to address. And next up is the wide receiver position. They finished the 2018 season thin at the position. Josh Gordon was suspended indefinitely and may not play this season if ever again. Chris Hogan is a free agent and not expected to return. Philip Dorsett was resigned to a one-year prove-it deal. Julian Edelman and Braxton Berrios return, but Berrios didn't play a snap last year, going on IR at the end of training camp. During the initial phase of free agency, the team missed out on several big-name free agents but signed Bruce Ellington and Maurice Harris. But those two are more depth than anything else. So along with tight end, the WR position is currently one of the thinnest on the roster. With a plethora of draft picks, the Patriots could swing a trade for an established veteran, which we assume they'll try to do, or add through the draft, preferably both. So, with that in mind, here are a few prospects, but not all, that may be around for the Patriots to select from. We'll list a couple of early rounds, mid-round and then late-round prospects who we feel would be a good fit in New England. This list isn't meant to be all-encompassing, there are other players out there who would fit, this is just a few that we like here. Deebo Samuel, South Carolina. Samuel, in our opinion, wouldn't be a good fit in New England, he'd be a great fit. Samuel was the go-to guy for the Gamecocks and he can turn any pass on the field into a threat to score. With the ball in his hands, he's more running back than wide receiver. Pros: can separate right off the line of scrimmage, plays inside and the slaughter outside. He is a dangerous kick returner, returning 4 for TDS, very productive, 2,076 yards receiving, 23 TDs. Cons: doesn't have ideal height, 5'11", has injury history, sometimes struggles against press coverage. What his role will be: Samuel can compete for starting reps on day one. The Patriots can move him around with Julian Edelman to create mismatches. Will his role change from year 1 to 2? As he gains experience in the offense, he'll have more and more put on his plate. How many downs can he play? 4. What current player on the roster will he replace? He is a speedier version of Danny Amendola and I could see him fitting seamlessly into that role. What is his Saint value? He will immediately be a threat to return kicks and had 4 return TDs for the Gamecocks. Samuel went down to mobile and turned heads all week during practice and then in the game. He'll be a fan favorite immediately here in New England and he should enjoy an immediate rapport with Tom Brady. I really doubt, however, he'll last until pick. Riley Ridley, Georgia. Ridley is the younger brother of Calvin, the Falcons' first-round pick from last year. He is a consistent chain mover and has good production in the red zone. Ridley is a very tough, possession receiver that runs very good routes with good body control. Pros: very strong hand, can win those contested catches, very good at finding soft spots on the defense, plays his best against the best competition. Cons: has occasional concentration drops, run blocking needs work, release off the line of scrimmage needs improvement. What his role will be: Ridley will look initially to be a chain mover and red zone target. Will his role change from year 1 to 2? Ridley can expect to see his role and looks in the passing game to expand with a year of experience. How many downs can he play? 3. What current player on the roster will he replace? He can look to replace Chris Hogan's role on the team. What is his Saint value? None. No return experience. Ridley is one of those guys who, in the right situation and system, become a better pro receiver than he was in college. He's not a burner by any stretch of the imagination, running a 4.58 in the 40-yard dash, but has enough speed for corners to respect. His ability to win contested catches and physicality should make him a starter really early. He is a late round 2 or early round 3 prospect. Balestrieri McLaurin, Ohio State. McLaurin is a mid-round prospect with good size, excellent straight-line speed, 4.38 in the 40, and a player who is just coming into his own. He's got good physicality, is a very hard worker and a leader. He was voted as a two-time captain. Pros: thickly built, physically strong, very good blocker, good, strong hands, route running is crisp, special teams gunner. Cons: long strider, has to build up speed, he's a bit of a body catcher at times, doesn't have a huge catch radius. What his role will be: McLaurin is a guy who can come in and compete for the. What is his Saint value? Excellent, he should get reps right away as a gunner. McLaurin had only so-so numbers at Ohio State, with 35 catches, but he averaged 20 yards per catch and had 11 touchdowns for the Buckeyes. He was considered below average as a receiver and then went and put on an excellent showing during the Senior Bowl week. He looks like he's beginning to come into his own. He's a mid-round guy who will have an immediate impact on STs. Miles Boykin, Notre Dame. Boykin has tremendous size and length at 6'4" and 230 pounds, who is a very good route runner with soft hands. He ran a 4.42 at the combine and turned in a fantastic 6.77 time in the three-cone drill. Pros: height and length off the charts, quick release for a big man, huge catch radius, can high point the ball over most defenders easily. Cons: has occasional concentration drops, only 1 year of big production, can sometimes let corners get into his chest and slow him down. What his role will be: Boykin will try to earn reps as the Patriots ex-receiver. Will his role change from year 1 to 2? Boykin can expect to see a huge uptick in passing game production to expand with a year of experience under his belt. How many downs can he play? 3. What current player on the roster will he replace? He can look to replace some of the production that Josh Gordon had outside. What is his Saint value? Minimal. Boykin is a very intriguing guy. With his size, he reminds one of a young Calvin Johnson. But we're not saying he's going to have that kind of impact, but that's how big and physical he is in the passing game. He's a size mismatch kind of player who can high point balls, win in contested areas with very strong hands. Boykin is another mid-round player who could immediately pay dividends for the Patriots. Now for a couple of later round players. Hunter Renfrow, Clemson. Renfrow is, let's see, too small, too slow, isn't athletic enough. Where have we heard this before? Yet, all he does is catch the ball at crunch time and move the chains. Every time Clemson was in a crunch situation, they looked Renfrow's way and he delivered. Pros: very clutch receiver, excellent awareness when he's the hot read, outstanding at finding soft spots on the defense, plays his best against the best competition. Cons: undersized, isn't explosive, quicker than fast, obvious smaller catch radius. What his role will be: Renfrow will immediately vie for reps in the slot. Will his role change from year 1 to 2? Julian Edelman is beginning to get up there in years. Renfrow is the type of player that can be eased into the same type of role. How many downs can he play? 3. What current player on the roster will he replace? No one. He'll be battling with Braxton Berrios for a roster spot. What is his Saint value? Minimal. Renfrow is a quintessential Patriots kind of guy, that people spend too much time telling you what he can't do while they find ways of taking advantage of the things he does well. He's a gifted route runner and always finds ways to get open. Production: in 53 college games, he caught 186 passes for 2,133 yards and 15 touchdowns. Clutch: in 2 national championship games against Alabama, Renfrow caught 17 passes for 180 yards and 4 touchdowns. Yeah, I'll take that. Penny Hart, Georgia State. Hart is another small, even smaller than Renfrow, wide receiver at 5'8", 180 pounds. He played at a lower level of competition at Georgia State, but got an invite to the Senior Bowl and turned heads there. He was too quick, too fast, and too twitchy for the corners there to get their hands on. Pros: very good production, versatile, 203 receptions, 13 rushing attempts, 17 kick, 15 punt returns, excellent field vision, soft hands, and had very few drops. Cons: very undersized, John B. stopped in press coverage, a smaller catch radius, and doesn't win many contested catches. What his role will be: Hart can vie for reps in the slot while carving out a role as a kick and punt returner. Will his role change from year 1 to 2? If he shows he can step it up against the pros, he could definitely see an uptick in targets in year 2. How many downs can he play? For what current player on the roster will he replace? No one. He'll be battling with Braxton Berrios, Bruce Ellington, and Maurice Harris for a roster spot. What is his Saint value? Very good value as a kicker punt returner, hard as a potential steal in the late rounds or even as an UDFA. He has had very good production and is a very versatile kind of player. He can run, catch and return kicks. He's a natural slot receiver with outstanding change of direction. He's going to land somewhere. The Patriots have to address the wide receiver position in the draft or possibly decide to make a trade with one of their 12 draft picks for an established veteran as well. The cupboard as it stands right now is too bare for the team to enter the 2019 season. However, it is only March and like the Tay position, they have plenty of time to rectify the situation. These players are some of the ones we feel would fit what they do. Obviously, there are others. Follow me on Twitter at SteveUp7SFG or email me at emailprotected. Listen to our Patriots 4th and 2 podcasts on Blog Talk Radio as Russ Goldman, Derek Havens and myself from PatsFans.com discuss the latest Patriots news and game analysis.